Hello, Leo. Welcome to your tarot reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wow, nine of cups. Couldn't get any better than this. I didn't plan that. That is, well, that's spectacular. Let's put that into some context. Let's use our Dove and Serpent spread. Wow, this is very interesting. I wonder what's going on with you. This is a little bit. It's almost a little confusing. Let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is the card we select from the Smith-Waite Tarot today. And we're just going to set this card aside. We'll put our frog on top. Thank you, frog. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. And hopefully that will, tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So let's take a look at this. We've got fire. We've got a lot of water. We got some earth. We've got some more water. We've got a little bit of air. And we've got some major arcana. But it seems like everything we have is, I don't even know how to explain this. We have such wonderful things in front of us, before us, right here to take. We have all of this great energy, but for some reason we're rejecting it. We've got this 7 of discs. It is you're focused on, this is the card that you're focused on, right? This is what's above you. This is what's most on your mind. It's like you're focused on all of the things that you've been doing wrong, right? And then over here in your environment, it's negativity. It's having negative words with everyone. It's a lot of discord in your communication. And then even the next card, this Eon, judgment, rebirth, reawakening. This is the doorway to your future, but this is in the position of what we don't want. This is what we need, but for some reason it feels like we're rejecting all of this really positive stuff. So I wonder what is going on with you right now. All of this water energy, it's almost like we don't even really need to talk about any of this really good stuff. This is good, this is good, this is good, it's all really great energy, very intense energy all around you. But something's going on with you that we are focused more on the negative. We're focused on what we're doing wrong, right? This 7 of Pentacles, this is all the effort that we put into something. It hasn't worked out, right? And this is all we can think about. All we can think about is how I tried and it didn't work. I don't want to use the F word, but you can't stop thinking about your own failures, right? And I think with these failures, they're becoming 9 of Swords. It's becoming cruelty. It's becoming putting yourself down, judging yourself very harshly, and we got to avoid that. We don't want that, okay? Now, the next, this Eon, this judgment, rebirth, reawakening, the baptism by fire, this card here, this one is saying that all of these failures were just rough drafts of success, that they were necessary. We needed that fire. We needed to go through these difficulties so that we can get here. And this is, 3 cups, baby. This is all celebration. This is all love. This is popping bottles. This is really like you've done it. You're going to do it. But you got to start believing in yourself. Now maybe all of this energy that we see here, maybe this focusing on the negative, maybe this is just potential. Maybe this is just a warning that says, hey, don't lose track of what your goals are. Don't lose faith. Don't lose confidence. You're going to make it. Don't fall into the traps that we see here. Okay? Nine of Cups. I think whatever you're involved with is right exactly where you're supposed to be. You're following your bliss. You're doing your will. You are pursuing your happiness. I think that you have this intense enjoyment, or at least we should be having, a really intense connection and love and enjoyment for what we're doing, right? This is a path that can be physically, mentally, emotionally fulfilling for you, okay? If we allow it to be. If we allow it to be. There's something blocking that harmony, right? We see here also a 6. We've got the 9, we've got the 6. The 6 is you in that state of harmony. This is you really vibing with yourself. You're really feeling yourself. You're kind of at peace with the work that you do, with the progress that you're making. It's just like smooth sailing. It's like you're floating through it. You know, a real tranquility, real calmness. This is what we want. And I think you have all of this potential, all of this energy is right here around you, but something's going on with you where spirit, where source is saying, don't fall into these traps. Don't fall into these pits. These are like, you know, you're out in the forest and you've got these deep holes in the ground and you can't see them. You're running around. You may fall into these. We don't want to fall into those pits. Those are the worst, right? Now, behind you, we've got wonderful 2 of Wands. I think that you have recently, maybe you recently started this work. I think you recently took command of something, you know. Maybe you just recently said, like, this is mine and I'm going to go do it. You know, it's like you made this decision that, and like you put your foot down, you know. It was a real definite decision to claim your birthright, to claim your destiny, you know. And from this fire energy has come all of this water. See, we've got these 3 water cards in the future, in the kind of present, the future, all coming from, originating from this decision that you made. You know, that moment where you decided to claim your destiny and to pursue your will, to really really take command of your life, right? From this, we've got all of this really wonderful water energy. But for some reason, we can't stop thinking about the failures, the things that we're doing that aren't working. We can't stop letting these two are in cahoots with each other, really. The failures lead to self-doubt. Self-doubt lead to more mistakes, more failure, more perception of failure, more of this assuming that we've failed, right? Assuming that all of this hard work is not amounting to anything. And I don't think that's true. I think this is a trick. Okay. Down beneath everything, 2 of Pentacles, you are making changes in your life. And you have the will, the desire. This is what you're striving for. This is a motivating force deep within you, is to make positive changes, to improve your life, to do things for yourself, your family, your loved ones that are going to be recognizable, right? You want to see progress. You want to see change. And perhaps all you can really see is how things are staying the same, how things are not changing for the better, how the accomplishments are not coming, when what you really want is for things to change. But maybe this is just a problem with our perception, okay? Maybe there's a little bit of a 4 of Cups thing going on where we're starting to lose a little bit of hope. We're starting to get a little bit bored with the work that we're doing, probably because of these because of these 2 kind of manipulating cards, the 7 and the 9 here, that are kind of ruining all the fun, honestly. Right? They're not allowing you to see how much beauty and joy and harmony and love and fulfillment is really in this path that you're on. Okay? So we have to get rid of those cards somehow. We have to, maybe just by recognizing them, calling them out, putting it out there. That will allow you to overcome them. Right? Because I don't think we're stagnating. This 4 of Cups is kind of a ship that won't leave the harbor. It's just floating there. It's anchored somewhere in the bay. It's not really going anywhere. It's not sinking, but it's not moving either. It's not going it's not sailing anywhere. So this is kind of, maybe there's a little bit of apprehension about the future. That I think is very normal. But this is kind of leading us to just kind of idle in place, right? And again, I think it's a trick of these other cards. Now, what we see on the path of the serpent, we start out with this Princess of Cups. Okay, this is some emotional vulnerability. This is a lot of water in the reading already, right? This is already a lot of water. Maybe this is saying that, look, you're kind of new to this thing. You're used to there just being fire, right? There's always just, it's, fire. It's a Leo reading. There's usually a lot of very active energies. Right now it's all water, mostly, And maybe that's kind of a new thing for us. Maybe we have to kind of slowly embrace this water energy. And maybe the idea of all of this water, all of this like love and like all these good feelings makes us a little worried, a little on edge, a little suspicious. So then our mind starts going 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. We start doubting, we start questioning, we get into this kind of mental loop of like self-sabotage and that sort of thing. Because we're not sure how to deal with all these emotions. We're not sure how to deal with what should be a really joyful thing. Maybe that all this water energy, it seems like it's too much at once. It could be overwhelming, right? It's a lot. So maybe it just seems like, well, this can't be real. It has to be fake. It's too good to be true, right? That's all tricks of this 7 and the 9. It's all trickery, right? But this Princess of Cups might explain why that is. All right. Now, the next card was that 9 of Swords, which we don't need to talk about that too much. I think this is maybe coming off as a little bit of short-temperedness, a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of really just not being nice to yourself, honestly. But the next card, the Eon, the Judgment, Rebirth, Reawakening, Baptism by Fire. This is what we don't want. But this is the doorway to the future. This is the doorway to the real celebration that's coming at the end, right? It's your entrance to this VIP lounge right here with this 3 of Cups. That's the VIP, But for whatever reason, we don't want that. And maybe because we're not so good at swimming. There's a lot of water here. Maybe we do better with the fire. We're not so good at swimming, but this is something where we have to embrace all of this energy around us, this water energy, right? So it's interesting that what we're used to is the fire, and this is the fire that's in the position of what we don't want. So there's kind of a paradox there. I wonder if we're going to complete the paradox by getting the Hanged Man, which would be all of that water energy, right? Maybe the mystery card will be that Hanged Man, or maybe in the extended reading. I don't know. But this is the doorway that we have to go through. And for whatever reason, we're reluctant to do this. Okay? And that's why I say there's something going on with you, and I don't quite know what it is, but there's a reason why we're kind of stuck in this earth and air energy rather than embracing all of this water and realizing that we set it in motion with this 2 of Wands, right? This was the fire that started it all. And now we have to continue with the fire one more time to get to this VIP, right? To get to this 3 of Cups. This is the real connection, the real celebration. This is you living a fulfilled life, right? Living out your bliss. Living out the most successful future that you could think of. This is really intense energy that's all around you, and we have to do something with it, right? We have to take it through this doorway of fire, and maybe that's going to burn up all of this water. Maybe that's why we don't want that, because we finally have all of this water and we feel like we're going to lose it. Maybe it's a fear of losing all of this good stuff that we have, but we have the source of that good stuff on the other side. Okay, and that's what we need to keep in mind. Let's look at the let's look at the mystery card now. I want to see, oops, I'm knocking everything over. I want to see if this is going to be the Hanged Man or perhaps some more air energy. I think maybe some air energy would be good. Yeah, it is. Ace of Swords. The air energy is telling me that you're going to get a fresh perspective on this, and maybe this reading is going to help you do that. I don't know. But this is you seeing things for what they really are. This is you getting out of this 9 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles loop that we might be in or that we have the potential to get into. This is you sticking to your truth. This is you understanding the way forward, believing in it, living your truth, right? This is a very enlightened perspective. So this is being very honest with yourself about all of these energies and what they mean, right? All of this, especially this water energy, and how it's influencing us in our relationships, not only with other people in our environment, but with ourselves. Okay. So this is a good confirmation card. It's difficult, it feels like, but this is really intense energy. This is a really, really wonderful future waiting for you. We just have to embrace it, right? We have to trust it. This is the sword of truth, but it's kind of the sword of trust too, you know? It's all tied together with this one. We are going to do an extended, okay? If you would like to stick around for that, just click on the link that's up here. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Leo, but for all signs. So you can cross-watch, you can check your other placements too, okay? Thank you for taking this little trip with me, okay? Thank you for letting me read for you. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.